Okay. Unpopular opinion time. Japanese food is treated like a religion. Say one slightly critical thing about it, and someone will come and will defend ramen like it's a family member. And I know I will make myself super unpopular with this statement, but I'm gonna say it anyways. So, I thought I would love Japanese food. Hell, man, I was wrong. And no, this will not be in rent. No, Japan is still my favorite country. It's my favorite place to be, one of my favorite places to be in the world. But I'm just not going to fake my food experience when it's not my reality. And I know there's plenty of people who share in their videos food hauls and how amazing food in Japan is, and it's probably right, but not for me. So here's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna tell you what a vegetarian, aka vegan lifestyle in Japan actually looks like, and I will tell you the exact moment that made me stop trusting menus, and in the end why I still love Japan, even though food is not my personal main character. So yeah, first of all, the truth is what a lot of people skip when they scream, "Oh man, Japan is food heaven." Yeah, they're kind of right. If you eat fish and if you eat meat, oh hell yeah, Japan can be absolute paradise. It can feel like heaven. It's great. The quality is extremely high. The standards are also really high too. And the options seem endless. And you can basically also eat something amazing by accident if you just go to a restaurant and just, because you have no clue what you're ordering, because you don't know any of these names, and you just point at one thing at the menu and you just get it. And yeah, it turns out to be delicious. I wish I could have that too, but no. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you're definitely not a foodie. No, you're more like a detective. Oh yeah. And it's not an exaggeration. So in the most common dishes, they use either fish or meat or stock from fish or meat. And even though a lot of things look very harmless, like for example miso soup, but sometimes it can also happen that they use dashi, which is basically fish broth, and yeah, this small ingredients turns out into, yeah, that is nothing small for me, I don't want to eat it. So eating can turn into constant scanning and screaming. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of double checking or choosing the safest option on the menu, or even, yeah, asking the staff, "Hey, is meat in there?" And yeah, I want to say, I'm not trying to be difficult on purpose. No, hell no. But yeah, I just don't want to eat meat by accident. And guess what? It happened already, and I feel meh, not really cool. Let's start very basic. Let's start at the konbinis. They're amazing. They're around every corner in Tokyo, and you have 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson, and they all have kind of a different variety in their menus or in their offers. But most of the time, I say again, it's not really vegetarian and vegan friendly. The options shrink crazy. I seen so many videos about food hauls, or better said, konbini hauls, where people buy a lot of products, and they look good. But yeah, I think the only option, to be honest, is for me the onigiri section, and here I only can eat the pickled plum onigiri or the seaweed onigiri, and other than that, difficult. Sometimes I also grab to like the inari sushi, which is just rice with tofu on top of it, or yeah, just tofu bars. And other than that, like, yeah, drink section is fine. Oh, yeah. And then that's kind of it. So even if you want to eat a sandwich, and, you know, I'm German. I love bread. I mean, let's not call it bread. Let's call it toast. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no savory option. Like, I'm a huge fan of hummus, for example. But, yeah, that's not available. And the only vegetarian sandwiches are egg salad. Not a huge fan of eggs, and I don't want to eat it as well. Or, yeah, the weird combination of whipped cream and then fruits inside of it. It's not that bad. I tried that, but yeah, I'm a savory girl, so that's not really satisfying. But anyways, I'm alive, so I always choose my same 3 or 4 options, and it's like an endless loop. Like, here we go again. And I've already reached a point, to be honest, where I feel like, you know what? I'd rather eat nothing. I don't want to eat the same thing all over again. And, I mean, I have to say one thing when it comes to restaurants. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Like 7 years ago, the first time I came here, there were basically no vegan restaurant or food stall available, and now it's getting slightly more popular. But the problem with it's extremely expensive. So in comparison, it's often like 2 or 3 times the price. And I mean, I'm a student. I'm not rich bitch. So yeah. And I don't get it, because sometimes you're just like, yeah, I ordered the same dish just without fish, but hey, let's pay double for it. I mean, why not, right? And the thing, what actually is also, yeah, not the best thing for me, like if I go to izakayas, maybe you heard of it, it's like really nice. You go to, it's like a restaurant, very cozy vibe, very like nightlife energy. It's really fun in there, and you share your dishes, and I love it in fury. So usually I go for, yeah, the exact same thing I always go for. So in practice, my order is always very predictable, let's say like that. So guess number 1, rice. Guess number 2, vegetables. And I have to really ask if it's just vegetable or not like a surprise ingredient like meat. Or, yeah, tofu. Like, these are my 3 go-tos. And I'm saying the special ingredients like meat inside of tofu or vegetables because it happened. Funny story. So, I once ordered a tofu dish from a vegetarian menu. So I opened the cart and there was a section of meat dishes, fish dishes, and vegetable dishes. Vegetable dishes, okay? I'm saying it here again with more emphasis on it. And I was like, nice. Alright, that's cool. So I ordered the tofu. And yeah, it looked already a little bit suspicious, but there were a lot of, like, tomatoes in it. So everything overall, it was very red and like the tofu. But it looked suspicious, so I asked. Yeah, meat inside of it. Inside that tofu dish. On the vegetarian menu. And that was literally the day I realized that even if something looks safe on the menu, I still have to ask. And, you know, you can see there are also a lot of cultural differences, I would say, because even if some dishes are not like, there's not visible meat or fish inside of it, but a lot of dishes include dashi, which is like the stock of a fish. And if you tell people like, hey, sorry, I don't want to eat that because, yeah, it's made out of fish. And then the people are saying like, but there is no fish on it, so it's fine. Then you feel like, I don't want to explain it. Like, no. So yeah, I mean, in the end, I went with friends to the restaurant, and in the end, they were eating my, vegetarian tofu dish, and I was sipping my cup of tea and feel like, I'm still hungry, cool! And yeah, there's also the thing about food festivals. Like, every country, I think, loves it, and also Japan. And here, the same problem again. The options for vegans are almost like zero. And for vegetarians, it's also, it's difficult. So maybe you can get like corn with butter. So yeah, why not, right? Better than nothing. So yeah, if you're vegetarian or vegan and you come to Japan and expect constant, effortless food, and then also excitement within the food, yeah, you might be disappointed. It's not that easy, and it's like a little bit more tricky. But honestly, it's not the end of the world. It's just not the effortless food heaven experience. People sell it online. I mean, yes. I mean, you just have to plan a little bit more. And I mean, of course, it hits extra hard because a lot of people love traveling and trying new foods and being like making food hauls and being excited. And yeah, if you're vegetarian or vegan, just know you have to plan. And you will Google a lot and look for restaurants. But if you're also fine with me, like onigiri all the time, yeah, you will survive. And here I have to say, so how did I survive actually, like, the year I've spent here so far in Japan? Easy. I just cooked a lot. And with cooking, you don't have the problem of guessing what's inside. No awkward questions like, is this really vegetarian? I don't know. And no stuff you have to worry about. Because you know it's your food and you know exactly what you put in there. I mean, I hope. And yeah, for me, honestly, I also have to say I love sweets, and this is how I survived when I went out with friends for restaurants or for food festivals. I always ordered just the sweet stuff. I mean, very healthy, I know. But yeah, I mean, you have very limited options. But here's the important part. Japan is still incredible. But the food just isn't the thing why I love Japan. No, I love the safety, I love the convenience, I love how easy it is to get around. And there are a lot of more things. But I just have to say, for me, like, Japanese food, yeah. I mean, from time to time, and even vegan options are like, okay, but I have to admit, like, biggest plot twist ever that generally changed my relationship with Asian food is that when people say Asian food is amazing, they often mean Japanese or Chinese food, because it's like so like common, especially in Europe, like going to a Chinese restaurant or a Japanese restaurant, that yeah, this is the main thing. But Asia is massive. I mean, think about it. It's a huge continent, right? And for me, I have to say, no joke, for vegetarian and vegan eating, Vietnamese food, that's the best. That's the real food heaven. Because, first of all, fresh herbs, vegetables, tofu, and the thing I love the most, like, they have a lot of flavor because it's very spicy. For me, sometimes Japanese food is very plain because they don't put a lot of herbs in it, like, also not a lot of spice. So I just fell in love with Vietnamese food once I was traveling to Vietnam. And oh my gosh, I felt like I was food heaven when I was in Vietnam. So I also had my small little haul there. And yeah. So, what I have to say, or how I can, like, summarize it all, Japanese food is great if you eat everything. For me, not my cup of tea. But let me be fair. I'm just telling here my version of, the vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. So if you're coming to Japan, you will maybe experience something completely different. And if you are a vegetarian or a vegan person and you're in Japan, please tell me your survival meals. I'm curious if it's also just the onigiri or if you found something better. So, what do you grab at konbinis, at izakayas? How do you trust people? And let me know in the comments, and thanks for listening, and see you next week.